Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 212A. It's the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. It's located on the northeast corner of Arctic region, otherwise known as Mannerheim Line, and it's under the command of Oxagon of ANIML. And alongside him in the T30 is Soul Collector and his 3 Mark T30. Yes, both of them got 3 marks actually. And so it should be a fun game. Game on! Well, he's come up against the Barask right at the start of the game. He's decided to change course and actually managed to go off in the direction he wanted to go. Now, it's armed with a 203mm B4 howitzer. It's capable of doing 900 alpha, 52mm of pen, 10.4 meters on the burst radius, between 12.5 and 28 seconds of stun. First target he sees is a Kunstpanzer. It's a Tier 9 game with Tier 8 tanks in it, so he's top tier. But of course, Soul Collector being his usual partner, he should be able to get some nice damage on the enemy. Besides, had to shake the reticule there. I think it got stuck on something. 50 TP, fully lined up, rounds out. Well, he did get some stun off that one, but no actual damage yet. But give him time, and he will. That's a premium tank, by the way, the 50 TP there. Oh my gum. A lot of action going on that corner. In fact, it looks like Soul Collector's decided to fall back. There's a lot of tanks over here. And he did get some damage, but only 5 hit points off the CS52 Liss. The Fox. There he is. Now, the standard reload is 37.39 seconds, but he's managed to reduce that to 27.53, so that is a 10-second reduction. That should really help him. Fires blind, gets a direct hit, 282. The guy got tracked, but he used his repair kit straight away, and that's not going to help him later on. And you can see that Soul Collector's moving into position alongside or near the Barask, so they should be able to stop the enemy trying to come up the cheap way. In fact, that Liss has decided to go down into the dip. Meanwhile, the XM57 is now a nice target for us. Rounds out, direct hit. 352. I think you're going to see in this battle exactly why he has 3 marks of excellence on the barrel of his 203mm B4. There's 2 Arty on his team in this game. The other one is an M40 M43. That's a Tier 8 American, and he's fallen back to the corner. Meanwhile, we're lining up a shot on the Sharpie Tier 4, who's come a bit forward, and he takes a hit. 564 hit points this time. He used the non-stun HE, which is actually capable of doing 1200 alpha and 65mm of pen. And of course, because Oxagon is so accurate with his shells, he was able to get a hit that actually managed to get serious damage. In fact, it looks like the Shahs are actually trying to come up from the low ground, but they haven't done what the CS52 Liss did. Just trying to stay on the other side of that slope, and I think that guy's just found out that he can't get through easily there. You can see the CS52 actually did get killed. You can see the wreck of his vehicle just down there. I think they're a bit reluctant to use the low ground to come up now. The T30 of Soul Collector is going to strip them of any hit points if they do try to come up. That Sharpie Tier 4 could be wiped out if they can get the right round into him. If it was an HE round, that should be enough. Remember, he's got a big 155mm main gun, capable of 750 alpha with standard AP. He fires an HE round at him. That could be catastrophic. Oh, that was a long-range shot on the Kunstpanzer. Managed to get some splash. Just in the news yesterday, I saw that the mighty Jingles is back in hospital again. Now, previously, as you know, he had cancer, and he managed to beat the and get cancer-free. But sadly, just the other day, he had a heart attack, or at least he had a heart murmur or a moment. And the hospital decided to put him in because obviously he must have shown that he had the chemicals related to a heart attack in his bloodstream. There are certain chemicals released when you have a heart attack. And so if you get those chemicals in your bloodstream, the hospital has to take it seriously. I've had some of those moments myself, although I haven't been diagnosed, although, as you all know, I'm actually not under care, it's not the right word, but they are actually working on me at the moment. They're looking into it. So we'll find out if I actually have already suffered a heart attack in the recent past. That was a very big hit on the contender, 564 hit points. So Jingles is in hospital and he's being looked after not only by the nurses and doctors, but also by Rita, who's was hanging around. So we wish him well and hope that he does get better. And I think there's a lot of people also sending him their get well soon wishes. In related matters, actually, as well, a lot of you knew that I lost my sister about a month and a half ago while she was in hospital. And we found out in the end that it turned out that she did have a blood clot. And the autopsy actually said that that's what killed her overnight. And they didn't spot that she was unresponsive until very late in the morning. And it was by then it was too late to do anything. But we had the funeral the other day, and lots of people, a huge number of people came to her funeral because, of course, she was very well loved by a lot of people. She was a Arcana, a Cub Scout leader, and she did that for nearly 20 years, I think it was. And so there was just a massive number of people came to her funeral because they all loved her, and it was really very well done. Her husband and 2 children were there. Oh, that was a good shot. And they did a fantastic job. We all had a good ceremony and celebration of Anne's life. And I'm very pleased that, we've managed to sort of like recognize what she did. Now, I think we've got a bit of a freeze there. That's my computer, I'm afraid. I think it's going faulty at last. I do apologize for this. I'm probably going to have to get a new PC sometime in the near future, but I wouldn't worry about that at the moment. I'm actually owed quite a bit of money, so from somebody, enough to actually get a brand new PC, so shouldn't be a problem. That XM is in grave danger, actually, because we've got one of our XMs nearby, and he's waiting for the opportunity, but we're now down to just 3 tanks. Soul Collector just died. The enemy M53 got a shot on him, and now we're under fire from the Shure Future. And that's it. So there's only 2 left on our team now. The Barask and the XM57. There's the that's the Shure Future that killed us, actually. So despite the fact that we do still have two players alive, the Barask and of course the XM57, I don't think they're going to be alive for very much longer, because the enemy still has 6 vehicles in total, including 2 Arty. And I can hear the rumble. But it wasn't an Arty fire. There's the Arty fire going after the XM57. And he should be able to take out the enemy XM there. They've got the 50 TP. Well, that's the XM57 gone. They're going to push forward to try and get to the cap. And I think the XM57 is going to find out the hard way when the HE round hits him, if he's got it. Enemy Arty blind firing. And here comes the XM57. And he's pointing his gun in the direction of where we were. And now he's pointing it over here. Oh. Here's the end of battle results, and that was the third-class tank for Oxagon of ANIML in the 212A. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 13. A Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate from that one, 3,782. So at least he was Super Unicum standard in his gameplay. And of course, he got a lovely kill on that Shure MV7X. But I'm afraid it was a defeat. Let's have a look at the team score. And he did get the highest damage in the game, but it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. And that's why he didn't get the high caliber. 3,918 hit points went to Oxagon. Second highest damage was the Skoda T56 on the enemy team, 2,680. And third highest, well, that was their M53, M55, who managed 2,664. I think that was the Shure MV7X that he killed. Just checking. No, that's a different one because they did have more than one. Let's go back to that guy. No, it's not that one. But that Shure MV7X did get a Pascucci's medal for killing both enemy SPGs. So he's the one that killed Oxagon, and he also managed to kill the M40, M43 in the corner. He actually got the second highest damage on our team, although it wasn't the second highest damage overall. It was actually in 5th place when it came to damage. When it came to kills, though, we can see top scorer was the XM57 on our team. He got 4 kills. 3 kills went to the Shure MV7X, and also 2 kills went to the M53, M55, and the Shure MV7X on the enemy team. And on our team, the Barask got 2 kills. And of course, he picked up a Lever-Slayer's medal as well. Unfortunately, at the end, I suspect that they did know where he was. Somebody might have actually been using the commander's vision device, and so they could actually see him through the bush. And that's why they fired directly at him and got the kill. Anyway, we can see that Oxagon only got the 1 kill. And if we look at the T30 of Soul Collector, he didn't get any kills at all, but he did get a fairly good amount of damage. When it came to base XP, we can see top scorer was the Turtle 1 on the enemy team, 980. 952 went for the Skoda T56, and the XM57 managed 942. That's the guy with just 4 hit points at the end of the game. We can see the Oxagon got 468. And yes, there's Soul Collector with just 330. Oxagon fired 14 rounds. He got 8 direct hits on the enemy. No penetrations at all, but he did get 16 splashes. 3,918 hit points of damage, of which 3,424 were at more than 300 meters. So there were some close shots in that game. 2 hits received, both penetrations, I'm afraid, yes. One from the Sharp Future, and I think the other one was from the Barask. 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, 1 was killed, and he got 6 stuns, but no stun assist at all in that game. On a premium count, he actually made a loss of 21,164 credits to the game, and that includes the Courageous Resistance of 5,508, and he also took away 1,122 experience points, including the Courageous Resistance of 420. So the first game of this dual replay is a loss, but it's a 3rd class, and he did do incredibly well by getting the highest damage in the game, but no high caliber. Let's have a look at the second battle. The second replay is on the Westbourne of Sand River. And we've got Soul Collector still in the T30 on Oxagon's left. Game on. It's a very colourful 2-1-2, isn't it? But he's got the log. Yeah, must know where your log is. Just as if you're in the Douglas Adams universe, you must know where your towel is. Okay. If you don't know the reference, by the way, do ask and I'll let you know. Okay, T49 should give some spots. And in fact, they have. Saw them out in the desert, though. Concept 1B, we're lining up a shot. Looks good. Rounds out. That's a direct hit. In fact, that was timed so well, it could have actually hit the rear of the concept. In fact, I think it did. And there was Cobra there as well at the same time. Oh, there's a target we really do want to hit, and that's the Waffenträger. Couple of enemy tanks up here, the concept, and of course the Cobra. This one is a tier 10 game with tier 9 only. Cobra is trying to fend off an IS-7. Rounds out the Cobra. Good shot! That was a good one. Timed it just as the Cobra came back. I think we also saw the direction where one of the enemy Arty is. Well, the only enemy Arty. They've got a batch at 155.55. And it came straight towards our guys. So, when the concept's gone, next target is right up in the north. DZT-169 and an STB-1. He's dialing in on both because, of course, they are too close together, forming a line. Direct hit on the STB. A lot of players do play with the same partner every time they go out to the field. They enjoy it because, obviously, there's the chance to get really great games if you've got somebody setting up the enemy, and then you can actually get the benefit from it. Those of you who very kindly offered to platoon with me, most of the time when I'm online, I am actually recording videos, and that's why I don't often play with other platoon mates and partners. In fact, it's very rare for me to platoon. But thank you very much indeed for all those who do offer. Now, he did knock that tree down, which would give the Batchat some clues to where we are. But I think the enemy is actually in a lot of trouble at the moment because our guys are right down the other end of the map. And you can see here the Oxagon's just fending off this STB-1 for the moment. That shell overshot. But we do have Soul Collector nearby. We might have to make a quick run over the top of the hill. But if we do, we might get spotted by that STB-1 at the moment. So probably not a good idea to move away until we absolutely have to. Okay, the Batchat's saying that, telling us to withdraw. I think we're just too close to that STB-1, but he fires blind. Oh, that was so close as well. And Soul Collector just got a big hit on the STB-1. 733 hit points. Saw that one. Well, we've lost sight of the STB-1, but we have spotted this tortoise. And I have the feeling that the Batchat 25 ton is firing at this one. 417, not bad. I don't think that STB-1 has given up, though. That's the problem. I think he's still smarting from the hit points he lost. But he'll stick around and try and get to our cap. Our guys have actually now reached the maximum extent so far down the other end. We weren't able to get their Arty, but we know where he is. That was a direct hit. The tortoise took that one. We're 2 up on the enemy, but they are stopping us from getting at their cap area, much like we're doing at this end. Okay, well, we did lose one there. We lost the Heshbarn. But DCT goes down before we wasted a shell, because that would have been awkward if we fired all the way down the other end of the map and it took 4 seconds to get there. But the good news is Soul Collector just took out the DCT 159 on the enemy team as well. So we're still 1 up on the enemy. Soul Collector's only got 1 kill so far. Oxagon hasn't got any. But the STB-1, he didn't go away. He's still there. And so's the tortoise. That was a kill for the Batchat. Now, seeing as the T95 FP4201 was moving east last time I saw him, I don't think he is going to be helping the STB-1. So I'm not sure the STB-1 will be doing anything to try and take our cap. Oh, that was a splash kill! A blind kill at that on the Leopard 1. First kill for Oxagon. Only 5 left on their team, including their Arty. If the Batchat could find that STP-1, we could do some damage. I suspect he's still in that village area, hiding in there. There's the DBV-152. Oxagon's turn to give it a bit of attention. Almost fully dialed in. Soviet Arties tend to dial in a lot quicker, mainly down to the fact they have a very narrow arc of fire. Only 4 degrees either side of the center line, 8 degrees in total. The Batchat didn't find the STB-1. Oh no, that's not so good. We've lost 2 tanks, but we're still massively ahead on the enemy. They lost their Arty. We're going for the T95. Rounds out, long flight time. And Soul Collector's now going down the other end of the map. He's found the STB-1. He's north of the river. Okay, we're going to soften up this T95. And yes, he got some stun assist there. Oh, a lot. The Batchat's gone full, well, I would say full Rambo, but actually oh, what a shot. Ammo-racked him. Last enemy, the STB-1. Well, he fired accidentally there, but by doing so, he got more stun assist. And that is the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Oxagon of ANIML in the 212A. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 15. He also got a Confederate medal, hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And his win rate from that one was 3,090, which is Unicum to Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see he didn't get the highest damage in this one either, because the T57 Heavy picked up 4,595 hit points. Second highest was the Batchat 25 Ton, who managed 3,868. And the third highest damage went to the Wizzy 11114, who managed 3,625 hit points of damage. We can see that Oxagon got 3,013 and Soul Collector got 1,810. When it came to kills, though, we can see top scorer was, in fact, the Batchat 25 Ton. He got 3 kills in the game. 2 kills went to the T10, the T49, and Soul Collector. And on the enemy team, their DBV-152, their DZT-159 got 2 kills. And we can see Oxagon only got the 1 kill, and that was right towards the end of the game. 1,180 base XP. That was the top base XP in the game, and that went to Oxagon. 1,070 went to the T10, and 1,052 went to the T49. We can see Soul Connector is a little way down the table with 755, but there was only 3 players who managed to get over 1,000 base, and Oxagon was top. He fired 13 rounds in this game, 5 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations but 13 splash. Damage of 3,013 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 1, and got 3,723 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 18,037 credits. And he also picked up 1,770 experience points out of that one as well. So after that sad defeat that he had on the Mannerheim line, that was unfortunate, that one, that he didn't get a better result in terms of, well, his teammates didn't survive as long as he wanted them to, but he was pumping out the damage. It's just he didn't get the great result in the end. He did get the highest damage, though, in the game. But then this game, he definitely got the damage, and his teammates survived. And obviously, then he came out with the best XP in the game. Hope you enjoyed those replays. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.